Welcome to Astroventure, the DSLR astrophotography channel. Hey there, Astroventures. Welcome back. If you're new to this astrophotography channel, my name is George, and this is the astrophotography channel for DSLR and mirrorless camera bodies combined with the lenses we already own and a simple star tracker like the Skyguider Pro or the Star Adventurer. It's been too long since I've done a edit video, and I've accumulated quite a bit of stuff from over the summer that I just simply haven't been able to get to. This was originally shot and then stacked. It's a total of 3 hours data. I stacked it in Deep Sky Stacker, and here I am with the output file, the TIFF file that is named North America, and we'll go ahead and get editing on this. Now with this, some of the steps I've already pre-set up just to make this move a little bit quicker. So here we go. This is the initial file. Opened it in Camera Raw and simply just brought it into the main body of Photoshop. First thing I'm going to do is Control J so I can duplicate the layer. And then I'm going to press Control M to go ahead and bring up curves. I'm going to drop down to the arc sign 10 and hit that and then OK. Now as I'm doing this, I am moving a little bit quickly. Control L. And the reason being is because you have the ability to pause, start, and stop, and I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. Hit enter. Again, I'm going to go back to Control M, another arc sign, hit enter, Control L, back to levels, slide this adjuster over, enter, and one more time on the Control M, over to the arc sign, Control L, slide this over, and let's see here, there we go, enter. Okay, there we go. I've got a quick stretch here going so that I've revealed what is in the background there, and we're now going to export this as a TIFF file so we can send it over to StarNet and get the stars out of here and move forward with doing our edit on the actual North America Nebula. So here we go, we're going to go File, Save As, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to name this North America Stars, because this is the one with the stars. I'm going to change this to a TIFF file format. And then at this point, I would go ahead and hit Save. Now you can see on the screen already that I have a North America Stars. And as I said, that's to help expedite things. So I would hit Save and save that file. Okay, so that file is now saved. What I would do next is I would go in here to my North America Stars, click on it, Control C to copy. And then I would go ahead and move over to where I have the StarNet program. And for myself, I have it in my downloads folder. That's where it resides. Let's see. Now we'll go down here to StarNet 2, double click, open that. Double click, open it again. Now I'm into the StarNet 2 area where the actual application of StarNetGUI.exe is. So I'm just going to click within that file and hit Control V. North America Stars.tiff, it is now in here. My next step is, I'm going to minimize that out of the way. My next step is I'm going to double click on the actual application of StarNet, and I'm going to move this over just a little bit here. Okay, input file. This is going to be your file with stars. So I'm going to click browse. It's going to jump to where this application was located, and there's those North America stars that we just moved in there. So I'll click open. Now it's going to fill this in, and then it's going to fill it in down here on the output. But on the output, we want to come in here and modify this and tell it no stars. So we've adjusted the file name. Got North America Stars, North America no stars.tiff. Now on here, there's this finer tiles box. I click it, I like it. The designer of the software has said that it doesn't have a whole lot of extra impact. I really like the extra impact that it does, and honestly, if I'm going to put this much work into it, I want to get the best that I can. Okay, so here we go. I would hit run at this point. I'm not going to, because I don't need to run the program, and I already have the output. And what will happen is at the end, when it gets done running, the file will show up here in the download folder, and there would be the North America stars and a North America no stars. And then I would copy that and bring it back over into the folder where I'm working. So I'm not going to hit run. I'll just hit cancel. We'll pretend as though it shows up here, North America no stars. I would click on it, Control C and copy, and then I would go ahead and go back to the file where we are working, and I would paste it. And so here it is, North America no stars. And then I would go ahead and open up that file. Now, here is that file. Now, within this file, you'll see that it really did an excellent job cleaning up the stars and pulling them out of there. There are a couple stars in here. I'm going to just leave them where they are. The reason being is I don't want to mess up the nebulosity that's in there. But in addition to the stars that are there, I can see that there's a couple dirt marks that are in it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Control J so I duplicate the layer. And then I'm going to do a quick bit of healing here. And over here, this is what I'm using. This is my spot healing brush. I'm letter J. Under here, you can see I'm using the top one spot healing brush. Come over here, I'm going to mouse over, just click on that, make this a little bit bigger. And I'm going to go through here and do a little bit of cleanup. I think I'm going to just leave the stars, these last two stars that are showing up in here. There's a little something going on there, but I don't want to mess up the nebulosity. So I think I'll leave it there. Overall, you can see this is some really nice clean data here that we're working with. Okay, and this will be the one that we're actually going to continue to edit on. There we go. Okay, so at this point here, I'm going to go ahead and start doing some alignment of colors. And I see quite a bit off there. Let me see here. Let's go filter, Cover Raw. And what I'm going to do is I can see up here, and this is just going to be the quick crude adjustment. I'm going to start sliding these over until I can try and get them lined up a bit closer. Whew, I just do not like that at all. So I'm going to hit cancel. Dismiss the changes. Yes, dismiss them. Okay, we're going to go another route. Control L. Okay, I like to line everything up off of red, and I'm just going to leave it sitting where it is here for the moment. I'm not going to try and work it over yet. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to do one slide over here one time. Get this over here just a little bit. Control L. Bring the red back up so I can see where it sits. Okay, there's where it sits. Now I'm going to start matching the green to the red. So bring this over. Don't worry about how wonky the colors get. Okay, I'm going to take a look at my red again. I always like to do that because that's what I'm trying to match to. Okay, so the left side of the green looks a little bit better. Control L. Or I hit enter and then Control L. Okay, there's my red. Let's look again at my green. I'm going to stretch this out just a little bit. Enter. Control L. Look at red. Look at green. Okay, move that over a bit. Move this over a bit. Enter. Control L. Really happy with this this data. It came out really nice and clean. So it's making this process a bit easier. Control L. And again, I keep liking to, to look at that red. over, Control L. Okay, there's my red. And at the same time, I'm also looking at the color in which the image is casting. And actually leave that alone for now. And I'm going to take again, peek at my red. I'm going to go over to my blue. And woo, that's way over there. Okay, let's take this over, enter, Control L. Take a look at my red. There's my red. Take a look at my blue. Okay, let's see here. Stretch this out a bit. There's my red. And here is my green. And here is my blue. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm a bit less worried about lining up. And initially, when I first started doing this, I used to be a little bit more trying to be precise about the lining of the arcs there. But you know what? I have in mind what I want this to look like and the color toning that I want it to do. And so I'll take a little bit of liberty with this and get it to the colors that I want. So there we go. And turn this up just a little bit brighter here for myself. Okay. Reason I'm turning it up brighter, and I don't normally work with it this dark, but fact is I left my charger elsewhere, so I'm running on battery power. Okay, I'm liking this here. Yeah, I think I'm liking this. I'm liking the detail that's in here. And I'm going to hit Control J because that's a place that I'm happy with. And if I screw up this next part, I can go back to where I like it. I'm going to go into Filter now, Camera Raw. And in this part here, this is where I'm going to do a bit of work with my colors. Let's see. I think I'm liking that. No, it's not color. Yeah, this is the one that I want. Okay, I want to push up some color. And let's see what's going on in here. Okay, I want a bit more red. So let's go over here to the hue. We're going to push this. Let's see here. That's not adjusting much of anything. So it tells me this is falling more into the purples. Let's see here. Push that over towards the magenta. Push the purple over towards the red. Yeah, I can see. There we go. Okay. Come up here to the lights. I'm going to make my blacks a bit blacker. There we go. Let's see. Do some contrast in here. Here we go. Go back into my colors. Let's see. Trying to find what I'm liking. And I'll tell you, truth be told, as I do this, no two edits ever seem to turn out exactly the same. Okay, I'm going to hit cancel. I just don't like it. And I'm going to go back into it again, start fresh. Let's see, camera raw. Okay, let's take a look at our colors again. Here we are, we're in the color mixer. Let's push this up. Let's push these not too far. One of the things I have to keep in mind is that my my display doesn't show the saturation quite as strong as what it is. Okay, curves, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to bring this up, do a bit of an S curve to it. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm liking this better. There we go. I'm liking that better. I'm going to hit OK on this one. Okay, there we go. I think I'm liking that a bit more. Okay, I like that, so I'm going to put on here curves, because that was where I did the curve that really made it look much better. I'm going to go Control J and these bottom two so that I can keep the file size down. I'm going to merge these two because of the fact that I know I'm not going to go back that far. This is a happy place. Adding in the curves, I'm happy with this one here. So I feel confident, allowing those to go. Now at this point here, I do have some noise and some graininess. So I'm going to jump over here to filter, and I'm going to, let's see here. No, I'm going to back up for a moment. I've got curves copy. I'm going to go Control J, and this will be the one that I remove the noise on. Noise. Okay, filter, and let's see, noise exterminator. 80 and 10, these are the settings that I like. I'm going to click OK, let this run. Knowing that I had to shoot this video, I can't believe I left my power cord elsewhere. While we're waiting on this, if you like what you see here at AstroVenture and what we're doing, please consider liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell. It helps grow the channel, and share the videos out. And we would also love to see you over on our Facebook group, AstroVenture DSLR. It's a great place just to talk, astrophotography. We're using our different systems, as well as discussing edits and just sharing what we're doing and what we're imaging. And for most of our audience, we're up here in the northern hemisphere. We love to see what it is that you guys capture down there in the southern hemisphere, because you guys have some spectacular stuff. I'm sure you feel the same way about us up here in the northern hemisphere. But you guys got a lot of great stuff down there that a lot of us in the north don't see, and one day hope to see. So consider, like I said, join our Facebook group with us, and share what you're seeing down there in the southern hemisphere. Not to mention, a lot of you guys down there in the southern hemisphere can certainly give some input on how you do things, because here in the northern hemisphere we have the North Star of Polaris for doing alignment. Makes things a lot easier. You guys don't have that same alignment, and you guys definitely have to learn some greater technical skills on figuring out your alignment. So again, please join it. Love to have you aboard, and we're just about ready with our image. Now, once this does clean it up, then what I'm going to do is take this back over into Camera Raw, and we're going to do a little bit of cleanup around this star here, because we've got some blue showing up there. Okay, excellent. There we go. Okay, overall, I like what it did. So this is what we're looking at here with the noise cleanup from Noise Exterminator and the before. And so what I think I'm going to do, I know what I'm going to do. There's some of this, and let me zoom in here so you can see it a little better. Okay, you can see all this structure in there. Now, right now we're viewing this through the Noise Exterminator, which cleaned it up. Let's go ahead and remove that. And you can see there's some texture there that we do lose. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to play with the fill and bring this down just a little bit. Generally, I seem to be happy with about 73. Yeah, about 73. And I think that brings back some of the texture without so much of the noise. And so I think I like what that looks like. I do. Okay, so I did this to see what it looks like, and now I'm going to show you how it is that I choose to do this, because I don't want the noise in other parts. So I'm going to take this here, I'm going to slide this back to 100%. I am going to apply a mask on here. And now I'm going to come up here to the grayscale, and let's see here, 75%. Okay, there's the 75%. And I'm going to hit X, or the arrow, to switch it around. I'm going to hit B for brush. I'm going to make sure that this brush has 0 hardness to it. And then what I'm going to do is, because I want the noise cleanup in some of these other areas, but I don't, or I want some of the structure in these areas, but I don't want to bring noise back in the broader areas. So I'm going to hit B for brush. I've got that 75% mask, and I'm going to come in here, or 75% gray, and I'm going to go to some of these areas where there's structure that I want to bring back, and I'm going to paint that 75%. And in here, I'm going to leave this so that you can see this is where I have masked. And the way that I'm doing this is the backslash key. It's to the right of the brackets. So those are the areas where I've actually painted in some of that structure. There we go. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select both of these layers, and I am going to merge them. I like that. Excellent. That works for me. Okay. Whoops. Let's see here. Okay. Bringing this back out a little bit. Okay. Now let's take this in. I'm going to go Control J, and we're going to take this into Camera Raw, Filter Camera Raw, because I want to take care of this chromatic aberration that's over here around this star. And so we're going to go into the optics. I truly wish that Photoshop would quit changing these layouts. Okay, so here we go. We're looking to get rid of that blue, and I'm doing it on a copy layer. And the reason being is because I'm going to work that, adjust that, get that out of there, and then I may have to do some masking if it starts affecting other parts of the image. Okay, I'm going to slide this up about here, move this over into the blue, where this is at. Close this up a bit. Let's see here. Increase this a bit. Go, and I'm going to press OK. That will knock down the blue. Okay, there we go. That knocked that down. Okay, and let's see here. I think I want to make the black a bit darker, so I'm going to go into Filter, Camera Raw, and I'm going to go into Light. I'm going to darken up the black a bit. I'm going to, let's see here, I think I'm going to bring up my highlight just a little bit. Okay, and then, let's see here, exposure, contrast, where in the heck did they hide? Let's see. What I want on here is clarity. But again, they keep changing things. I wish they would leave things alone. There it is, effects. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump up some clarity on there. There we go. I think I'm liking that. Yeah, let's see what the dehaze does. And I'm going to slide this all the way. I'm doing this to see exactly how it's affecting it. Let's see, there we go. Thinking I like that. Okay. There we go. That makes that much stronger. Okay. You do see this little mark in here. I'm going to leave it there for the moment. Okay. And if it's bothering me, I can always remove it. But I'm going to go ahead and merge this and put this back together with the stars. All right, so with this, I'm going to go Control Shift Alt and the letter E. It will take everything that I've done, put it on a layer. So here we go, Control C. I'm going to jump over to my stars. I'm going to go Control V. Okay. Now I'm going to jump down here to layer 1. I want to remove all the nebulosity. So I'm going to remove all the nebulosity out of this and leave just the, let me click this again. I'm going to remove all the nebulosity out of this, leaving just the stars. And then I will work on bringing the stars into this layer as I want it. I think if I were to spend more time on this, I would do a little bit more work at shifting this purple over more to a reddish hue. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, here we go. So I'm going to click on Layer. I'm going to go up here to Image, and then I'm going to go Apply Image. And then in here, the source, North America. And then Layer 2 is where the nebulosity is. So I want Layer 2 selected. And then I'm going to tell it subtract. I think normally it sits on multiply, but I'm going to tell it subtract. And then I will click OK. Scale, I leave it 2. Offset, I leave it 5. And then I'm going to hit OK. You see the little flash that happened there. And now we have this star layer here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this into Camera Raw, Filter, Camera Raw. And I am going to jump into the shadows. I'm going to darken those up. And myself personally, I really like the darken up space. And I know a lot of people tell you space is not that dark, and that's true. But you know what? This is my image. This is how I would like to have it. Okay, there we go. A little bit in the whites. And then OK. There's my adjustment. I'm going to bring this back up. And I'm going to go over here. And let's see here. What do I want? I'm going to go to, let's see here. And this is where you can play with these. Find what it is that you want. See, I'm kind of liking the lighter color. Let's see. And also, let's see. Nope, don't want to do that. Okay. So lighten, screen. Screen definitely leaves a lot more through. Lighten leaves less. Let's see here. That put in more lighter color. So I think I'm between lighter color and lighten. Lighter color, or excuse me, now we're on lighten. Let's go to lighter color. I'm really not seeing a difference between them. Okay, I think that will work for me. There we go. And then from there, what I would do, or what I will do, is I would come in here and I'm deselecting the delete cropped fields or delete cropped pixels. I don't want to do that. And I'm also going to change this to the original ratio. And I'm going to bring this in. Whoops, Control Z. I'm going to bring this in so I can clean up because it's kind of ugly down here. It's kind of ugly over there. Kind of ugly along this edge. The top edge isn't bad, but I am going to come away a couple pixels because I know there's just a tad there. And I think, hit enter. There we go. I think I like this. And I would probably do a little bit more playing to get my purple over to a red. But my dark lanes are coming through nicely. I've got all this texture going on in here. The only other thing that I might do is work on that star layer because there's a bit of blue around some of these stars. One of the things that I'll do sometimes is kick that star layer over to a black and white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Control J, duplicate that star layer. I'm going to make my actual nebula layer invisible. And let's change this to a black and white. And I do this sometimes when I have pesky colors. Filter, camera raw, that I want to get off of some of these stars. So what I'm going to do is kick this over to monochrome. And then from there, I think that'll actually be good. I'm going to click OK. And now let's bring in this layer again. And as I'm looking at this, let's look in a bit closer. Yeah, it did clean up those stars a bit. But I want to go back in here. Let's see here. Filter, camera raw. I think what I want to do is see if I can't make those a bit stronger. Trying to find a happy medium. Let's try that there. Okay. Now, let's see here. I'm going to go back this out a bit. Okay, so there it is with the stronger stars. It is bringing through a little bit more. I think I actually like it. It did bring some more stars through, but it didn't bring too much through. In the black and white, I'm not getting some of the funky blue hues on the edges of some of the stars, and making my star highlights just a bit stronger has helped them to pop a bit. So overall, I think I'm happy with this. The only thing that I would do, like I said, is maybe go back and push the purple more towards a bit of a red shift. But overall, I'm happy with it. So there you have it. That's my edit of the North American Nebula. Till next time, I wish you clear skies and uneventful nights.